Tesla announcing overnight it's cutting the starting price for its China-made Model 3 sedan by 16%. After receiving government subsidies, the company is also expected to release its fourth quarter delivery numbers as early as today. Joining us now, Tim Higgins, Wall Street Journal reporter. Tim, how did this happen? What is it? It sounds bullish. Stock has already made a move. Will the numbers that Tesla finally reports, will it justify the move above 420?
Well, Wall Street analysts in general are thinking that they're going to hit their target, and that's 360,000 to 400,000 vehicles this year, which means they need to do about 106,000 in the fourth quarter. We saw a huge push in the final weeks to get those cars in people's hands. Norway, the Netherlands, China, big markets, and also Elon Musk himself in the store on New Year's Eve trying to get those vehicles in people's hands.
What does this mean with the China subsidy? The U.S. tax credit eventually is going to end. This doesn't make up for that, does it? But I guess it's certainly a positive.
Well, it's a marking of a new era. That the U.S. Tax incentive that started off at $7,500 and phased out over last year and went away on Wednesday really helped the Tesla get going in the U.S. It helped foster an electric vehicle market, and we're seeing the same thing in China. Now, it's a little bit different. It's a race, essentially, for Tesla to take advantage of that because that incentive is scheduled to go out of, be phased out later this year. So, essentially, getting the factory online was a huge push last year. They've started that. They've started deliveries in the last few days, and now the goal is to crank out as many cars as they can to get those vehicles in people's hands. The price reduction that we've seen in the last few hours really brings down the starting price to a psychological level below 300,000 RMB, which was seen as a key thing to competing against other vehicles in that market.
Yeah, I wonder, can Tesla be one of the major suppliers there? And you know, the GDP still per capita in China is still pretty low. Can a lot of people afford these cars?
Well, one thing, the China market is one of the largest luxury car markets in the world. It's where electric vehicles are growing. So those pieces of ingredients are seen by the bulls as being very advantageous for Tesla. The challenge, however, is that the overall auto market has been on the decline for 17 months, and EV market has not been doing so great recently as the government pulls back on some of those subsidies.